Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mickey here. Welcome back with another video, and I'm finally here to teach you guys how to solve the Megamix. So guys, sit back, enjoy, take your cube, or should I say your dodecahedron, get it? Because it's not a cube, and I'll be teaching you guys how to solve it. So this video consists of 4 parts. The first part is the intro itself. So what is it? What is it mathematically? Some math involved, science, whatever. So that's the first part in this video. Then the next part is the first layer. This one, the first layer. Then the middle layer, which is this one, this full thing, and finally the last layer. So that's it. This video is straightforward, so let's get right into it. So this was the cube that we unboxed long back 2 years ago. It's still in a perfect good condition. The stickers are a bit bad, but I did buy a new one, and sadly that cube's corner just broke. So we'll start by scrambling the cube. So now let's start with the first part of the video. What is this? It's actually a dodecahedron, which is a pentagon, which is a 12-sided pentagon. So you have pentagon, pentagon, pentagon. So it has 12 faces of pentagon, 1, 2, 12 of them. Whereas here it's a cube, which has 6 equal faces of squares, 6 equal squares. That's very important, hence it's called cube, or then it'll be cuboid. This is a pentagon. More specifically, it's a pentagon, 12-sided equal pentagons. So they're all equal sided. All the pentagons are equal. Dimensions of each and every pentagon is equal. So this pentagon is equal, this one is same. So that is one thing to understand. The other thing is this is a 3 by 3. So you can see 3, 1 corner, 2 corners and 1 edge, 2 corners, 1 edge, 2 corners, 1 edge, and that is a thing that you have to understand. It is technically 3 by 3 by 3, but bigger. Things that you have to know is how to solve a 3 by 3. So I have made a PLL video, which you could check that out, links in the description, and you can just learn how to solve a 3 by 3. There are many YouTubers who have explained it better than me, so just go watch those videos. That's it, guys, and that's what you should know before using this cube. And one thing that I want to mention, that this cannot shape shift because all the sides are same, like a 3 by 3. Now we're in the first layer. The first layer is simple, pretty much exactly like a 3 by 3 here. So as usual, you just make the cross here. So this one should go its right side, correct side. You do that like that, and you just make the cross like how you normally do. So that's the same thing. Here, instead of the cross, you do the star. I don't know what you call this, cross or plus, whatever this is. But here, what you do is you make a star. So this is star, 1 star. You have done 1 star here. You have to put them the correct sides. You have to align them the correct way. So that's how you do it. You just have to align them in the correct position. This one I should not be explaining because you should be knowing this. And the same thing here. Just do that. And then you have one more to do. So just do that and you'll be done. You have done the first part of the layer. Make sure the edges and the centerpieces are in the correct position because that's how it is. That's how you normally do 3 by 3. See, they're the same. So the same thing applies here. Then you come to the second layer, which is the F2L. F2L in 3 by 3 technically means that you're going to do the edge, this edge, and in the corner, and orient the corner at the same time. So that's what it means. If you're a beginner, you would do something like this. You would orient this first. You orient this first with the beginner's method, and then you do this. This is what you do as a beginner's method. But if you're using intermediate method, you use F2L. So how do I identify F2L? I do like this. I'm going to do these 2 pairs, this one and this. So as you can see here, this is blue and this is orange and blue. So we just connect it using the method and both of them are done. So that's what F2L means. And I'm pretty sure if you know how to solve 3 by 3, you have heard F2L, and there's a lot of tutorials on how to do F2L. This is another case where the up and up are the same colors. And so what you do is the edges, the upper part of the edge is the same color as the corner here. So what you do is you do like this, you correct them like that, and you solve it. So these are some basic things that you should be knowing. That's why there's no need for me to explain. And you can use the beginner's method, whatever it is. Voila. The same thing applies here. I'll do one edge with the beginner's method and another one with the F2L. So as you can see here, this is the first thing. And I have to find for the piece. So we're going to do this corner. As you can see here, this one. We have to find a piece for this one, which is going to be blue and yellow. So you have to find out blue and yellow, which is here. So we're just going to take that and correct it and put in the correct position like this. Then you do the method where you do like this with the beginner's method, and voila, you solve it. Now the same thing applies. Now let's do with the professional method. I've already found one side over here. So be careful, put it back to its original position. Be careful when you're doing a scramble, when you're doing a solve, make sure to put the thing back to its original position, like keep it in its original position. And now we have found these two here. So now what you do is you orient these two with the F12 method. In F12 we do something like this. And we connect it, voila, like this. And now this is connected. Bring it to its position, and this is with the F12 method. So it's the exact same thing. You won't find any difference with the F12 with the first layer, because it's the exact same thing as 3x3. The whole thing is the same because you don't have to learn any new algorithms. Now we're done with the technically first two layers, but now there's something called the middle layer, which I consider this as the middle layer. These are the middle layers, which I'm just pointing it to you guys. So this is a unique one. This is the new thing that you're going to be learning here. The middle layer is the new thing that you're going to be learning, which is something above the center. So this is going to be very simple. The idea is very simple, so let me explain to you guys the idea. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making a triangle-like thing here, like this. You're going to be making like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this, and yeah, so that's what we're going to be making. So we're going to be making like a triangle like this. So if we do it, it'll be much easier for you guys to understand. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be I'm going to put this edge in its correct position. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Then luckily we got the corners also the corners also in the correct position. Now we're going to bring the other one, which is the blue and purple. I mean dark blue and purple, because there's two types of blues. There's cyan and light blue, technically light blue and purple. So yeah, I mean light blue and dark blue. So now we have to connect this with this. So there's an algorithm for this which I've made. So this situation you're supposed to do like this, but a much safer way to do is when you have many of them solved, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do this, which is you have to do this, and then you do that to connect it. So this is something that you have to understand. It's very important. I would recommend you guys to follow this algorithm. You do like this, you do technically like an R prime stuff like this, and then you bring this down with R prime and you connect it like that. So this is something that's very important to understand, because this is the main idea, the core system or the core idea. Then what you do is you do the same thing over here. It's the same thing that keeps on going. You have to keep on doing that. As for me, it's pretty easy because it's the same idea. Now let me do this. I've got this correct. Now I have to bring this to its correct position, this one to its correct position. As you can see here, red, this is red, green, I don't know what to call this, like a light yellow. So what you do is you have to bring it to its correct position like that. And then here you have to do the reverse mechanic. So this is like this. You can do a U2 or if you want, but yeah, I would recommend you to do this. So at this point in time, if you want to bring this to this position, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do like this, this is the bringing back to its original position technique. So first you reverse this, then you do this, then you orient it using U3, whatever move it is, and you get the correct position. So that is there. You get it to its correct position like that, and then you have to do this part. So this part will be the same algorithm that we used before. So you have to go take it, search for it. I already searched it, which is over here. So just put it on top like that and use the same algorithm that I showed you guys like this. Similarly, you're going to do it here too. So same idea applies. You do that. The green is over here. So now what you have to do is you have to do the corners. The corners here, and the green itself is here. So I'll bring this. I'll do the corners first. Similarly, I'll do the corners first. Same thing. I'm gonna do something like this, and corners corrected, and now what you do is you have to take this out. So you do like that, and you bring this up like that, and then you can connect it. So that's what we do. It's the same idea. So you do this, you do like this, so that you don't mess this up, and then you bring it like that. So this is the thing that you have to understand. You should not mess up what you have done. So that is very important. So you're supposed to just continue and keep doing this. I know it's a bit frustrating, but you'll get used to it. Trust me, this is the easiest way to learn the cube. The other thing that you have to note is this, another tip that I want to give you. You can do this in any order. So it doesn't matter if you do this and do this and do this and do this. The only one thing that you have to know is reversing the move. So if you have done something like this, you have to reverse it back to its original position. So that's the one key idea that you have to understand. That's why I was continuously explaining that you have to do the reverse, and then you have to do this. Now I'm going to be doing this side here, so I'll be doing like this. I've already found the pieces, so I keep it here. Then what I do is, now I have to find the counter for this, which is purple and yellow, so we have to find that. Where is it? Which is over here, so we're just going to bring it up, and like that, and you connect it using the reverse mechanics. Using like reversing it and then bringing it back to its original position, very important, bring it back to its original position. And then you finally do this. The same thing, I found the edge already for this one, so use the reverse mechanics and do that. And you have to reverse back, so yeah, that's the thing. And now we're coming to the last layer, so the same idea goes on to the last layer, so you have to do that. And then you have to find the color that is matching for this one, which should be the yellow, blue, dark blue thing. So the yellow, dark blue thing is over here. So you just have to do that. Then you have to bring it, and you're supposed to correct it using the reverse mechanics. Or since the reverse mechanic doesn't work right now, because as you can see here, reverse mechanic doesn't work right now because it's gonna break this thing. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do like this, and you have to bring it like that. And now the reverse mechanics will work. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to change this guy's position. So it was here, so I'm changing its position to over here so that we can use the reverse mechanics or the technique that I taught you guys. And you just do that, and voila, you're done with this. And then now you come to the last part, which is the final one to do, which is this thing. Just bring it, this edge. So for me as a professional, I've already seen all the colors because I know where they are. But for beginners, you have to search because it's very difficult. Trust me, it was very difficult for me in the beginning. So now you do the same idea, the reverse thing, and do it. So keep doing this same thing, and you'll be done. And finally, we're done with this whole triangle thing that you have done here. Note that you're not supposed to do this. So note that you're not supposed to do this because this is going to be the F12 for the last layer. So do not do this side. So thinking that you're supposed to do like this, it's completely wrong. So you're supposed to do like this. You're supposed to do like this. So the final layer is pretty easy, guys. It's pretty easy. You're just going to do the F12 like how we normally do in 3x3. The piece to connect this, which should be here. I don't know where it is. So the searching part is a bit confusing. I already found it here. This one. So you just have to connect it using the beginner's method. Simple. Now you're done with this full thing. And now you have to do this. The same thing applies. Now we're done with this full big boy here. So we're done with this whole thing, as you can see here. And now we're going to come to the last layer. So guys, this is going to be the last layer in Megamix. So how do you do that? Similar to 3x3, but there's slight differences, or there's a different way of, going through it. So this case, as you can see, is the basic case that you get, like the dot case, which is like this. This is the dot case. How do you do this? Very easy. Just do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. The same thing that is in 3x3. And this case here is this case, as you can see here. And to solve it, there's two algorithms that we learned here. To solve it, to make it into a plus sign, there's two algorithms that we have learned. One is the big F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. The other one is this one. F, U is this algorithm. Let me just show you guys once again. So this is the algorithm. So this is the new algorithm that you're going to be learning. If you have already learned, good for you. The reason why the big one doesn't work is because the big F moves or the big R moves do not work in this cube. So you're going to be using the new algorithm that I've taught you guys. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. So this is what you're going to be learning. Same thing. So you have to keep it in this order to do it. So I have to keep it in this order, and you're supposed to do it. Once again. And you'll get the plus sign. And when you get the straight line, what you're supposed to do is a bit different idea here. When you get the straight line, what you're supposed to do is you have to keep it in this orientation, as you can see here, like an arrow facing towards the right side, and you perform F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. It is similar to this case when you get in 3x3. Another beginner's case here, what you do is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Done. So now what you're going to be doing is the OLLs. Since there are so many OLLs to learn in the basic itself, I would recommend you guys to do the R prime, this method, which is, I'll show you guys. Let me just give you guys a different OLL to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So assuming that this is the OLL, what we normally do is we do this cycle here. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. That's what I'm trying to tell. So you're going to be doing this cycle here in this cube. So because there's so many algorithms to learn in its entirety, there's so many algorithms to learn in this, and so I would recommend you guys to use the method here, r prime d that thing. So I recommend you guys to switch like this, and you do like this because it'll be much easier to move. The same cycle applies here. You keep doing that, and you keep doing that again, and now we get the PLLs. So guys, in the last layer we have this part here, which is pretty confusing to do, but you will understand it's pretty easy. So there's many situations. So one is there will be two correct edges. This will be corrected in its right position, the right position, and the rest of the three will not be in the correct position. There'll be another situation where this is correct and this will be in the correct position. There'll be another situation where this is correct and this will be in the correct position. There'll be another situation where none of them are in the correct position. And so that is one thing to know. And now in this situation, what you're supposed to look at is you're supposed to look at this part, this edge, like this. If you're here, you're supposed to look at this edge. And if it's going to move this direction, then you're going to perform the J-perm. Come here, you do this, and you perform the J-perm. Similar to how a 3x3 J-perm goes, you're going to do this. See? And once you do that, once again, and once you do that, you get everything in the right position, every edge in the right position. So that's your idea. So what you do is you bring, in the PLL, what you do is you bring all the edges in the right position. You have a diagonal case where this is like here, this is in the correct position, and this one is over here. And so in this situation, you're supposed to perform the T-perm. So you're supposed to perform the T-perm, and that will have to be done twice. You have to be doing it twice. So you're supposed to do it twice to correct it up. So that is one thing to identify. If it's on the left side, what you're supposed to do is you have to come like this. As you can see here, in this situation, it's on the left side. This is in the correct position, and this is in its correct position, but it's in the left side. So you're supposed to bring it like over here, and now you just have to perform the algorithm, and everything will be correct. So that is one thing to identify, to understand. And now we're done with the last layer. So swapping the colors is similar to 3x3. So let me show you a case like this. So this case is there in 3x3. There's many ways to do this, and one way is by swapping the colors. So you're supposed to bring this color over here, we're supposed to bring it over here, this one over there. So what you do is you perform this, r prime d r, and then you do you bring that to its correct position. See the r prime d prime r, and then do that. You see this is not the right position, so you have to bring it over here, correct it, and voila. The same thing applies over here. You're just going to do that, and it's inverse. So very simple. You just look at them and you do it. And you do it. And then what you do is you go here, you see here, and so you see this one, you just have to match it up, and it matches. And then don't worry of this, don't worry. It doesn't matter. It'll get corrected on its own, so don't worry if there's anything messed up. So it'll correct on its own. Now you just look at this. This is supposed to go over here. Just correct it. And then this is supposed to go, as you can see, this one's supposed to go over here. So just correct it. And the last one. And you're done with the cube. So that's it, guys. We're done with the Megamix. I know it's pretty long, but it's worth it. I hope you watched the full video. I hope you understood everything. If not, please comment so that I can help you guys. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned how to solve this dodecahedron. See you guys next time. MK is leaving. Bye-bye.